Hey,
Hey,
Yo, how are you guys?
good
great,
brother,
mate.
and you?
It's so good to see you.
Let
Absolutely.
me just make sure Manu has the link as well. Yeah, she does.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How you doing, mate?
I'm so proud of you guys.
Thank you. Thank you very
How's
much.
everything been?
So,
It's
yeah,
been hectic. It's been a
Yeah.
hectic first week. It's more like being like a fireman right now, just
yeah, just running around.
Cool.
fixing
Yeah.
everything that needs to be fixed. But it's exciting.
It
It's
really
so
is.
Yeah.
exciting.
You guys are doing a great job, and there's been a lot of really good participation. I'm not sure if you guys expected it. Just so many people to get behind it so quick.
Yeah, yeah. The engagement and just the support,
Yeah,
amazing.
it
It's been
really is.
amazing.
All
Tell
right,
us about
cool.
you.
Yeah, no. This is about you guys. This is about Youpendo and celebrating you guys. So I had a few questions. At first, I wanted to start off. We kind of started to get into it, but first, I
Yeah.
wanted to,
But
um, you
Jeff,
know,
Manu should be joining any second as well, I think.
okay. Would you want to wait for her?
I'm not sure. I don't know what you've planned.
The I mean, I have kind of like a list of things just to kind of go over, but the first one we can start, and I can just accept her in once she joins. But the
Mhm.
first one is just you guys just tell us about Youpendo. So these are the founders of Youpendo. Just tell us what it is.
Absolutely, brother. So, Youpendo is all about helping people to experience true human connection. And the way we want to do this is by empowering people to be authentic and vulnerable. And how the app does it is that you can basically share and discover moments and thoughts from new people around the world. And you can do that in the form of virtual paper planes.
It's basically a place without judgment and with, like, I'm sorry, where you can really open up, share everything that means a lot to you. Um, Nobody will judge you. Everyone will support you, feel you, and it's not about who has the prettiest car, who has the prettiest flower. It's all about how you feel in a given moment.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so I know that there's a lot of story that goes into making this, but we'll leave that for the documentary. So most people don't know that I'm working on a documentary that I did for these two and Manuela when they were here at Goldie Beacom, and we'll look for that in June. But I kind of wanted to talk about everything that has happened since. Um, so first, like, you know, what what has it been like to see all of the just the Goldie Beacom College community? Like, I just saw like immediately once you guys launched to see so many people react and download it and start participating and sending paper planes. Like, how did that feel to finally launch it and to see all that feedback?
It felt extremely, extremely heartwarming, just because we didn't have to do like a lot of marketing. People were just, um, do you want to? Okay, people were just following us, supporting us, and it's a sign that people stand behind you and are really trying to help you out, and this feeling is extremely honoring. It's because it's not just the the students that supported us. It's literally everyone, the professors, the our co-workers, our friends, and to have this mass behind us, it makes you feel, it makes you really feel supported, which is a great and amazing feeling for us.
Artur, what would you say? Like, how did it feel to kind of all the hard work that you guys have put in this over the past year or so or more, and to come here and to get it out like and to receive all of the feedback and
Has been incredible. Um, just incredible, brother. Because I mean, all of those people have been supporting us from the first day, and it's the people who have, yeah, donated to our Kickstarter when it was really just an idea, nothing, not much more than that. All the people that have supported us with our big decision to leave the US to come here, and they are still there with us, and that's pretty cool to know that they are still there.
The thing is,
yeah.
we know we are at the beginning of a journey, and we know like our product is not the best yet, but it gives us belief that we can do it with your guys' help, because every single time when we did something, it was always um, with you guys' help, and it strengthens us, I would say.
And in the documentary, we talk a lot about the relationship between you two and how like you two, the bond and friendship, like really like has greatly positively affected, you know, your you know, ability to work great together and everything that has come since that. Have you felt like that has definitely like strengthened since coming back to Germany and getting this thing, you know, progressing?
Absolutely. So at this point, we're now spending more time than ever together. So before that, I mean, we always had our other jobs, had studies, had other duties, and even, yeah, lived together, played in the same team. But now it's really working. We're working now full time together. So we see each other the whole day. And for us, it's important at this point to also maintain our friendship, because we are realistically spending now like 95% of our time is now just work related, even though, yeah, we're having fun, and it is the best. It is one of the best things in the world to work with your best friend to work with your best friend. It is one of the best things in the world. But yeah, 95% of the time that we spend together now is work related. So it's also been new for us with that as well.
But we still try to keep a balance where we just sometimes just go out, do stuff just between him and me, and just basically clear off our minds of work. So it's it taught us to separate work and friendship, not too far, not too much. It's all about really the balance. And but one thing that really feels good is we're moving in the same direction. So it's not just like, okay, I'm doing this and he's doing this, and at the end of the day we meet and we try to build a company or a product. Right now it's really like everything we do, we try to move in the same direction.
Yeah, and I'm sure Manuela will be here any minute, but
She actually just said that she's not able to join. Maybe you have to invite her yourself.
did you share the link with her?
And she said she is not able to join.
Let's see. I can shoot. I might be able to shoot her an invite. Because that's all I did was copy that thing and send it to you.
Yeah, it's weird.
Let me see real quick. Does she still have the same? Does she still have WhatsApp and everything?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna send that link into.
It's the +49178 number.
Okay.
Oh, nice cup.
Hey, once I saw the Youpendo one, I had to get Juana made it. She
It
made
looks
two.
Nice.
Yeah, she did a good job. She's been making cups for everybody up at GBC lately.
That's fair.
Yeah. Well, you need to send me one of those Youpendo mugs, or send me your logo, and I'll get Juana to make it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, are you guys? What's the quarantine situation like? Are you guys currently quarantined, or is it like social distancing?
So in Germany, the situation has been getting better now.
Here she is. I accepted her. There we go.
Okay, now she just has to turn on probably
Yeah.
sound and the mute and the stop video at the top left, lower left.
Yes.
Hello, finally.
Hey, sorry I didn't let you in at first. I don't know why.
I think it was my computer, Geoff, because it would, Zoom was just, when it's not, I don't know, it wasn't going. So I turned it off and now it's working. So
That's good. I'm glad we could all get together, because I was just telling them that I wanted to kind of have this thing to kind of update everybody on what's going on, and just you guys have probably seen we've been doing the Lightning Studio podcast, and I know you guys have a big story that I was telling them we'll see that in June. I'm gonna aim to share that in June. But I wanted to talk about, first I asked them about how everything has been since coming back home. So could you kind of tell me, like, what's it been like, since moving back to Germany, and then seeing Youpendo go from, like the project you guys were working on to now, like, something you can hold in your hands and open and use. What's that been like?
So
I asked them, they answered.
So it has been, I think the past month, no, 2 months already, I think it got more exciting, because then it's when you actually start, we started to getting this test version on the phones, and we could actually see what was always on paper and on the screen, that we could actually use it and see how it is. So I think that there was very exciting the past month. So every time, like, also when they launched last week, it was only a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I was like, how many users do we have? How many payouts? I wanted an update like every second, because I was so excited. And so I think that has been very exciting so far. So I feel like the work before, so since we came here, really felt more real for everyone outside, not like Artur and Chahin that are always in the office working on it, but you kind of like had something to hold on and be like, wow, this is crazy. This is for what we have been working for so long. So it has been very exciting also to follow everything together with them, and helping where I could.
Manu, were you the first paper plane?
I don't even know.
One of them, right?
I think, I recorded it up front, so because we did that up front, and I think so. I don't know. You can answer that.
So that was kind of like where I was going with them too, is just not how like their bond and the relationship between you all has really helped this thing. But I think something that's most likely changed since our last talk in Delaware was you guys now have a team. So what has it been like to see Youpendo grow from just this group here to having more people involved and working on it, and kind of, building that team, moving towards that vision? I guess we'll start with Artur and Chahin.
So at this point, it's 5 of us working full time on Youpendo, and then obviously Manu and Chahin's brother, who's also helping us a lot, especially when it comes to design. But yeah, 5 of us working full time on this, and it's fun. It's fun to just see. I mean, this also, it's not an indicator of success, but it's an indicator of growth. It's an indicator of growth, and we are proud of the team that we have right now. And we like it that way. We like it. We don't want it to grow too much. 5 is a perfect size. 5 is a perfect size. But let's see. As we said, it's an indicator of growth. So if the team is going to keep on growing in the future, this must be a good sign, right?
Yeah.
But for now, we are happy with how it is right now.
I think the biggest reward is when you believe you have the right people, because we had to try out a couple of things. We had to switch up sometimes, but right now our team is pretty young, is like around our age, and we believe like we're all on the same page right now, and this feeling that you're on the same page is extremely rewarding. I think it's because it wasn't always like this, and we finally found it. So we're extremely happy about it, because we had many times we really had to iterate very quickly, and now we kind of finally found like a stable routine with the guys, and that's what really accelerated our progress.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's awesome. It's helped me reflect in my life to think about how, you know, some of the things that I want to do, like making films, like you can't go at it alone. You need a team, and you need to figure out a way to help that team understand the vision of where you're going. And you guys have definitely made like great progress. So Manu, what has it been like to see, just them two kind of continue? I asked them how their friendship has kind of, changed or grown or whatever since. Are they fighting, like, especially during this quarantine? Are they getting along? Like, what has it been like since coming back to Germany and getting this thing going?
So I think I'm actually not sure, because at the beginning I was a lot with them in the office, because I didn't have a job yet, so I was a lot there, and so with them also, also doing my stuff, of course, applying for jobs and all that. So there, I'm not sure if that's answering the question, but I feel like there we were, I don't know, to be honest.
Yeah.
And since they have been still working in the office, it's not a big difference, to be honest, because of the quarantine.
Mm-hmm.
Like, still going to work normally, and there's not much different in that sense. And we usually do something outside, afterwards, like Chahin comes over, and we just, hang out a little bit together here. So it has been different in a way that we don't live in a house anymore together, so that we don't, see each other every day, or that they're not downstairs in the kitchen working together, like in like old times. So in that sense, it has been, kind of different, I guess. I think it feels like more real life, like that life where you go to work and you have to do your work, and and we don't really hang out as much as before. After work sometimes, like maybe once a week. So it has been different, definitely, but I also think, especially for them, working in an office is amazing. Having a team now, like, that pushes everything, the whole process, and I think now it feels like real, like, like going to an office, actually working on that, having a business, it's like, it's different, I guess. Yeah.
That's awesome. And so back to Youpendo, guys, what have been some of the challenges that you guys have faced, either trying to get it launched or since launch?
Honestly, too many.
It's a lot of small things that add up, and it's the challenge really is, okay, with all the bugs, with all the crashes, to still keep the overview, okay, of what is the priority, what do we need to really launch, what do we need to really finally get some real feedback, because obviously we did had a 2-month testing period, but now at one point you got to get it out there to the public, not just to a private beta, but to the public. So because that's the only way to grow, with actual feedback. So for us, it was really, okay, 1 week, like the last 2-3 weeks, it was, all right, we gotta here cool down this fire, we gotta cool down this fire, and this fire, so that we can launch. And there was always another small thing coming up. And then last Thursday, we were finally ready to launch, still with a couple of bugs, but our initial users were very, very nice. So instead of blaming us for that the app is not working at this point or this point, which were, to be honest, not too many anymore. They were helping us out. They were directing us to the particular bug, to the particular issue. And that way we can say that today, basically, the app is bug-free on the iOS Apple Store version.
Mostly,
on Android, there's still 1-2 little bugs, but within a week, we've been able to basically cool down all the fires, most of them.
Yeah, exactly. I think, as Arthur said, like when you have a lot of different fires, you know, going on at the same time, you need teamwork in order to really cool everything off and not to lose your head. Just imagine like you're setting yourself a time to finish a video, and then suddenly the camera breaks. What do you do? You know,
Or
like,
I think about it like you release a video that's not done yet, and everyone gets to see, you know, all the things, you know, like I think that Ksenia and I were talking about it, and we're just so proud that, you know, like you can't even imagine what it's like to create a platform, like a virtual world for people to come in and spread love and positivity and gratitude. And I think all of the little things that come up, like you said, it's so hard to realize with all these things going on, what's the priority. But like you said, keeping your focus on the big vision, the fact that, you know, we've made it this far, it's there. People send paper planes, people open them, and the core of it is still there. I think is so important, because all that little stuff, you guys will figure that out. It's just time. You just need a little bit of time, and it's like you said, you need the true feedback from releasing, and getting that back. And I think that it was so cool to see when you guys first launched and shared that, so many GBC people, just so many people in general, like just not just downloading and using it, but like just engaging in the app and engaging it with you all outside of the app. It's just been amazing. And so I guess Manu clarified that it's been a week since launch. What can we expect next from Youpendo?
So actually today, Friday the 24th of April, hopefully we're right. We should have fixed all the bugs now on iOS. Maybe there's one small one left, and actually added a couple of cool things. So now you can delete your comments, because before that we had the little issue that comments would appear multiple times. So now all those multiple comments, you can delete them, erase them to only one particular one. But the main focus is really now on figuring out what the user wants, because there's this big vision to help people experience true human connection. But how we will get there, we're totally open-minded for that. That really depends on you. That really depends on our users. So now it's figuring out the how. Now it's about figuring out the how with our users, because the why and the what are very compelling and align with a lot of people. Now it's really about figuring out the how, because everyone agrees with our mission, our vision, what we're doing, what Youpendo is all about. But that doesn't mean much as long as they don't actually use the final product. So now it's about figuring out the how, so that our users enjoy and get the value out of our final product, and don't just believe in the mission and vision of Youpendo.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where we depend on all the users that we have. That's where we depend on feedback, and radical, honest feedback.
which we absolutely love.
Yeah, it's true, because that's the only way to improve.
Yeah, and it's really hard to get that, you know, especially like I think I saw this. I don't know what you guys shared, but I saw it, that you posted that today on LinkedIn, something about, you know, a website that lets people share their honest feedback. I think that's so important, because, you know, whenever I send anything to anybody, unless I'm saying like, you gotta be brutally honest, they're gonna be like, oh, it's great, man. And you don't want that. You want people to say like, you know, this is what, you know, it can do to get better. And I think it's so important that you guys recognize, I got a package. I think, did you hear the knock? I think it's so important that you guys recognize how it's the app and the community first, and, you know, your egos below that. You know, I think that's so important. But yeah, how would you guys say that, like, working on the app in both the iOS and what's it like Android, what's the differences and how do you go about kind of like making those changes and sharing those changes with the community?
So the difference is actually, there are a lot of differences, but we actually, we use some support technically that basically tries to, like to create something that works on both devices. However, there are always things that do not work on iOS or Android, and the difficulty is to really, first of all, test everything out, like what every system, how every system works, which means you also have to go into a lot of detail, and that's also where we require basically the user to speak with us, because we can't test all the device in the world, we just can't. But we can make something that would work like 70%. And with you guys, with people with Android or iOS devices, whenever you guys told us something didn't work, we investigated it and we try to match it according to every system.
That's awesome. And another thing that's also happening that I guess you guys really aren't paying much attention to because you're so busy with, being app developers and stuff, is you two of you are graduating from GBC with your masters.
No, I actually graduated in December, Geoff.
Yeah, but technically you guys are like graduating, walking in May, right?
True. Yeah.
So I'm working on this graduate recognition video that's coming out Friday, May 1st at 12, and I typed in your names. So I have your names there. So I was like, I guess, they don't care much, they got other stuff going on. And so to kind of lead into to close off this thing, what has it been like adjusting to, like the last time we talked, we were, really talking about, how hard it is for you guys to, or just not how hard, but how it was a big challenge in your life to leave everything you knew at GBC and in Delaware and, move back home to Germany and, with your families. It just seems like it just like you guys said, it has been for the best. And you guys have definitely grown since. What have been some of the good things, or what's it been like to be back with your family, and then after Manuela, what's it been like kind of coming to this new place and experiencing this with them? I guess Artur and Chahin, you guys can go first.
Oh, okay. I thought you were speaking to Manuela.
I'll try to ask a question to all three.
I think we made the right decision, and luckily, like we can't regret something. It's been a difficult decision. We've thought a lot about it, but we also think we made the best out of it. And when you are at this position where you actually don't regret something, where you're truly grateful for what happened, for what direction life threw you, we believe we can do more, because we think we made this big step now, and this makes us ready for the next step, and the next step will come hopefully very, very, very soon. And it just prepares us, it forms us, it molds you, and it also humbles you.
It feels right. I mean, we accepted a huge challenge, and we are, I mean, every day I can say that I'm living the dream. Manu and I got a very nice apartment. Chahin and I get to work on our startup full time. So I'm here with with the closest people in my life. So I'm living the dream with what we're doing. I mean, but if you think about it, it's crazy, because we gave up the life that we loved and that I still love, that I definitely still love, and all the people over there in the US that I still love. and we gave up everything just for a vision. A vision that was so compelling that we decided to give up everything that we had established and that we still love. So right now it's, I mean, as Shane said, there's no place for anything but optimism and focus, because we gave up everything that we loved, and we definitely didn't do that for nothing.
I still believe I think I mentioned this also before, is there are always good things around you. We just have to pay attention. In the US, we had tremendous good friends. We had a nice living. We loved where we went to school, what we pursued. At the same time, we can also make the best out of wherever you are. And Germany is we're also happy here. We were happy in the United States, and we just try to make the best out of the current situation. But we don't regret something.
Yeah, I think what all of us learned is that it really doesn't matter where you are as long as the right people are around you.
Yeah.
So, and that just sums it up.
Yep.
The right people are definitely around us.
You can be in the nicest place in the world. If you have the wrong people around you, you got to get out of there.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
We're pretty blessed with America and Germany right now.
That's awesome. Manuela, what's it been like for you?
For me, at the beginning, I must be honest, was very difficult. I had very, very much difficulties adjusting again. Also it was challenging overall, you know. I felt like I had to again come to a place, to a country that I actually was not planning to, and then it was a lot of challenges for me at the beginning, and then afterwards, I think it's that whenever I started to work, I felt like it got a little bit better. So I can say, like, I agree with the guys when they say, we're here because we have a purpose. We came here with a purpose. So it's not that this is the final destination. No, this is only like probably a very small chapter in our lives that, I don't know, in a few years we'll look back and still be grateful for that it happened, you know. So from that perspective, I think I adjusted now very well. I also feel grateful for the job that I have now, and and as Arthur said, we have a beautiful apartment. That's also something that, that's not always the case, you know. So this was also a blessing to us, and and also being here with the guys, seeing them and seeing how they are growing, seeing how the app is growing, how the whole purpose, you know, behind it is actually getting a reality. So that just makes everything so much easier, because you feel like, okay, this is not for, you know, not for granted. So it's actually happening for what we came here. And so it is it is good. It is very, very nice, everything. But I have to admit, I really miss my life there. Yeah, I really do.
Yeah,
and everything. It's just different, and and I'm working on what I really like and want to work in. So that's something that I'm growing also in kind of what I want to do, and that's great too.
And this kind of sums up to this thing that I was talking to Senya about probably like a couple weeks or a month ago, and it's that, like, and this is the reason why, you know, like, I wanted to do the documentary with you guys, is that I feel like we go through, you don't really know all of the great moments of your life while you're living them. Like, some of them come and you're like, oh, let's celebrate this. Like the launch of the app, like probably the launch of Youpendo and the launch of Smart Students. You'll never forget those days, and the support But there's other days and like other things that happen in your life that you don't really remember all the moments, and it's so nice to have them, like captured. And it's even better than that to be able to recognize that you're in this phase, like Manuela said, that's maybe not last forever, but it is a really important like stepping stone phase for like projecting you into the rest of your life and what's going to happen next. And I just can say, like, the GBC community, all the students, everybody just looks up to you all so much that, like Artur said, you guys took a big risk. You left everything behind for an idea, and to see you all spending your lives trying to bring that to life, I think that's so honorable, and I think that it's going to lead you into so many more things. And we're just so gratitude.
Thank you.
Is there anything, before we do the last thing, is there anything that you guys would like to kind of share with the community, or just kind of say about Youpendo, or update on your life or anything?
I think we can just say thank you very much for believing in all of us, for supporting us, for following us, for sharing us, for mentioning us, for pushing us. It's this is something we cannot take for granted. This is something we will never forget about Goldie. I can promise you that we will never forget this about Goldie. Goldie has really been the place that that gave us purpose. It answered many questions that we ask ourselves. It strengthened us, and it gave us a direction. And this is something that we have to be thankful for forever, and we have to remember forever. And hopefully we can give something back to Goldie one day.
Yeah, also just from the bottom of my heart, a big thank you to every single one who believes in Youpendo and believes in us. You really don't know how much that means to us. You really don't know how much that means to us, and how much that drives us every single day, every single second. And just like Chahin said, it's Goldie. Thanks to Goldie, we are who we are, for sure. And I know for certain that I wouldn't be the person that I am today if wouldn't have started going to school at Goldie 6 years ago. 100%.
Yeah, like Goldie is, and the amazing part is, like, I was very inspired, or I don't know, it really touched me the other day when I opened a paper plane from a user from Goldie, and she was, wait, was it a paper? Yeah, it was a paper plane, and she said something like, yeah, I'm grateful to be using this app. It was done by GBC students that I don't even know, but this is a great app. So I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, this is the community that Goldie has, like, you don't have to know each other to support each other, to actually, spread also the word and be supportive in that way, So I was very touched by that paper plane, and it was kind of pushing more the purpose of it, like being like, wow, thank you. Like, and and I commented below, like, that I'm so grateful that, Goldie still keeps this family spirit, and whatever it is, even if you don't know each other, I mean, you will always support each other if you see, oh, she was at Goldie, or they are GBC alumni, that really, was very nice. So thank you also for the support and in that way.
That's awesome. And I just want to end it with two things. First, I want to say I can't wait for you guys to see what the documentary looks like, and I can't wait for the community. You guys were you expecting it months ago?
No, we're so excited.
It's perfect. It's perfect because you guys launched the app and there's this much excitement, and we're just gonna share that documentary later, and it's gonna grow, but it'll be out early June, and let's plan to do another one of these in the middle or late June, and just kind of update and see how you guys are doing and how Youpendo is doing. And so on that note, I want to finish with I've been saving my first paper plane. I wanted to do my first paper plane.
Yes.
Look at, there it is.
All right. What an idea.
I was already saying, like, Geoff is always so inspiring. You should already have done that.
Yeah, I'm waiting for your paper planes where you just talk to the camera and just give advice or share meaningful moments of gratitude.
This is it right here. This is the first one. You guys got to give me a smile. Wait, I got to go to the gratitude one, the star, Awesome. All right. Well, you guys will see that on the app. I love you all, and let's talk soon, and keep doing what you guys are doing. It's amazing, and it's inspiring, and it's, made not just the GBC community better, but the whole world, and it'll keep growing.
Thank you very much. We love you too.
Love you, brother. Stay healthy.
Yeah,
see you guys.
And say hi to Sen.
Yeah, I will.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.